Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on Cincy Lifestyle. It is Thursday. Mona, we got to slog through one more day. We shouldn't complain. This is a short week, so, but we got to slog through one more day, right?
I don't see how I can turn a short week into a long week, and that's what I've done. I thought today was Friday for so long. For so long.
Yeah, well,
I'm just a mess.
I know.
Speaking of messes, right?
Uh-oh.
Speaking of messes, Clyde, it's National School Picture Day.
Oh,
Did you know
let's
that?
not. The only other day that's more exciting is National Driver's License Picture Day.
I understand. So we've got some photos, and you can, we'll guess along with you.
Oh, gee, now who could that be? Oh, my God.
I have no idea.
I know who that is. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, look, Dumbo
Clyde,
with those ears.
is that you?
With those ears.
You were so hip. No,
Oh!
Who is that?
That's one of our engineers. That's our technical director, the one and only GB. Yes, that's him. Holy cow.
Oh my goodness.
You know who that is, right?
Little Allie is so cute.
Oh, oops, I see. I thought that was
Helen
She
or
Who Must Be Obeyed.
It might be.
And there he
I don't
is.
know.
Look
It's
at how
Allie.
handsome
It's
he
Allie.
was.
Wow.
Emphasis was.
That's Helen right here. That's our producer.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Swimbo, She Who
You
Must
know
Be
what?
Obeyed. Even back
That's
then,
right. Oh.
she was She Who Must Be Obeyed.
I bet she was. Clyde, I was looking at my picture, me and my afro. I'm like, at what time in my past was yarn bows in? When was ever that was there ever a time that was the in thing to do? I don't know what that was or what I was thinking, but yeah. And I remember making them. Just tie some yarn, put a bobby pin in it, and stick it in my hair. And I don't remember why or what the reason was behind it. But you know what, Clyde? I thought I looked good, so that's what matters.
Oh,
I thought I
Mama,
looked
you were
good.
gorgeous. You were absolutely gorgeous and clearly creative. That's what that was. That was just your creativity coming to the fore. That which we now still enjoy about you.
Hey, well, Clyde, your picture, you look like a little man. You look like you were already 30 years old.
Somewhere there's a compliment in there, I'm sure. Wags, what do you think?
Absolutely.
Wags on the floor is shaking his head. He thinks there's no hope for us. Yeah, well, back then, guys had to kind of look, couldn't just go to school looking any old way. So
That's right. Well, you
that
look
explains
very
that.
handsome.
Well, thank you.
So you know what? We're all child prodigies, but talent comes in many forms, including kitchen skills, as we're about to show you. So this is a lesson for all kids that will help them throughout their lives. How to cook. That's right. But it can be a little nerve-wracking to see younger kids handling things like knives and chopping vegetables. Well, worry no more. We want to show you a piece we did a little while ago where a mother of four has developed safe skills for all ages. Take a look.
Now I want to welcome Leah, John, and Gabe, along with their mom, Katie. Thank you all for being here. Okay, kids cook real food. All right, tell us about this.
So, we find a lot of kids know how to bake. My friend Angela has these two daughters who bake everything, and she said it's good and bad, because then we have cakes and muffins and cookies around all the time, which is not so great for the adults. So I sent them our knife skills class, and their daughter Ava, who's John's age here, just finished 2nd grade, has been cutting all their fruits and vegetables for months. She said it's so fun. And that's what we see. The kids eat healthier, families are healthier, they're empowered with life skills, but a lot of parents are afraid of knives.
Right.
So they tend to start with these safety knives. Leah's going to tell us why that's not a good idea.
Okay.
Oh, I have to use a saw blade motion, and that's not the right motion.
Oh,
So
very good.
Yeah, we have to unlearn bad habits when we try to switch them to real knives. And a lot of kids love to cut apples, which is a disaster with those safety knives.
Yes,
Not
that
gonna
is.
happen.
That doesn't
Forget
even
it.
cut it. Right.
No. So we like to start with the same techniques from butter knife to chef's knife. And Gabe here is 4.5. He's been doing this since he was 2. Gabe, can we show our skills real quick? Ready? Let's move that out of the way. So Gabe's gonna put his hand right here.
Oh my goodness.
Hey out of the way and use our tug of war pull motion. And this is my hand over hand guide when people are first teaching their kids.
So tell me why you think it's important. I mean, I think it's kind of obvious, but why is it important for kids to use real tools as they're cooking in the kitchen?
Sure, it just builds that confidence in
Yeah.
such an incredible way. So, and confidence for me too, because, you know, John was using these skills as a 2-year-old, and I was very comfortable moving him up to a sharp knife really quickly. So you can see he's using kind of the same skills. John, can you show him how you do sticks?
I use up and over the shoulder and tug of war pull.
Yeah, so tug of war pull, same motion. He's already been safe with, you know, his, oops, did you have it upside down? There you go, buddy. There you go, same motion. Very, very safe, and now he can actually help the family out. And then Leah over here has been doing peppers. Do you want to talk about the different hold that you use for dicing?
I use rock by knife.
Just that classic chef's knife move, but we always keep our fingers really safe. And we find that this really builds a lot of connection in families, confidence in kids, and creativity, which is fantastic.
Well, I'm amazed because you know what? I'm a little old school, so I'm looking and I'm like, oh, be careful,
Right.
be careful. But you've taught them how to be safe with knives. And they can really contribute to cooking healthy food for the family.
Absolutely. You know, Leah and her older brother Paul have been cooking dinner every Sunday the last couple years. And we had a day recently where they had a vague idea they wanted to make breakfast burritos and some thawed ground meat. I thought this is not going to go well, but I left to do my volunteer job, which is what that enables me to do.
Right.
But Leah, tell them how it actually went.
So we didn't have a recipe, so we just put some ground pork into a pan, and we added our own sausage seasonings. We added some peppers and onions. We made some homemade tortillas, and everybody loved it, and there was none left for Mom.
So I've never been so happy to be both hungry and wrong about how it worked out. But we would love to send your viewers that knife skills video at
Yes.
kidscookrealfood.com/Cincy.
Okay, say that one more time so people get it.
You bet. kidscookrealfood.com/Cincy, and that's a 10-minute knife skills video for kids ages 2 to 12.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate all of you. You're doing such a great job handling the knife, way better than I could do. Thank you, Katie, and all the
Thank
kids.
you.
We appreciate it.
Okay, let's put our imagination caps on. Just imagine, as a high school student, you appear on a national talent show. Say maybe The Voice, and then after that, start recording your first project and planning your career track. How about that? Impossible, right? No, not at all. It's the life story of Abby Cates. She's living it right now. So let's meet her, hear some of her music, and hear her plans.
Lately I've been thinking a lot about you, thinking that you might look good with me wrapped up around you. But I know you got an image. Yeah, I know you got a...
So, Abby, tell me about Kiss and Tell. What is it that makes that an Abby Cates song?
Kiss and Tell is like one of my favorites because it's just flirty and fun, and you can sing it in the car with your friends, or you can sing it by yourself. I just think it's a really fun, flirty story about two people who are maybe not supposed to be together but want to, like that kind of thing. So I just think it's a really, really fun, flirty song.
Speaking for the dads of America, that concerns us just a little bit. But I'm guessing we shouldn't be concerned.
No, no.
So talk to me a little bit about what life is like for you now, after your national television experience.
Yeah.
What's it like to be Abby Cates right now?
Right now, it's like being a senior in high school and trying to graduate. But also writing a ton. I'm writing a lot of music right now that I'm going to record soon and hopefully release really soon too. Planning shows. I have a show coming up in Dayton May 4th, so that's going to be really fun.
But it
Yeah.
sounds like part of the aftermath, if you will, of that national televised exposure is that the demand for you has risen.
It's great exposure, getting a bunch of different people from a bunch of different places, kind of hoping for me to like be on their song, or just making connections with people. It's opened the gates for so many different connections and so meeting so many different people, especially just like beyond The Voice, meeting people who know The Voice and want to connect with me there, but meeting people on The Voice too has been great because everyone is so nice and we all love each other. So they're great connections to be making.
I read somewhere that 6-year-old you really wanted to do this. what was it to be a singer?
Yeah.
So what was it about singing that appealed to 6-year-old you, and is it still like that?
I've always wanted to sing, and I think what I loved about music when I was little is that you could tell a bunch of different stories with it, because I just thought it was the coolest thing ever that I could sing a song about something that I have really no idea about, but connect to it and make everyone else love it too. So, and I think that's still the same thing with me now. Like when I write, I love to tell stories and tell different things from my perspective or from like my friend's perspective. I just think it's such a magical effect that it can have on people, and it fascinates me. I love everything about. There's really nothing else for me to be doing, I don't think. I think my purpose is to be doing music and writing and singing. It's amazing. I am fascinated by it. I love doing it, and I love writing, and I love making people feel things. I love feeling things through music. It's my favorite thing.
You graduate here in the next several weeks,
Yes.
and then what?
So after I graduate, I'm going to be going to college down in Nashville and majoring in commercial music. So I was on the fence about it. I wasn't sure if I was going to go because I wanted to kind of explore maybe touring and maybe doing a bunch of other things. But I feel like I definitely can do all that I want to do while also learning more about music and learning more about what I want to do with my life. So I think that's really cool that I'll get to be in Nashville and be gigging there and doing a bunch of stuff while also getting to learn more and get better.
So my final question goes back to something we discussed earlier, the 6-year-old you versus the now 17, 18-year-old
Yes.
you. What would the 18-year-old you tell the 6-year-old you if you could?
I think I would just say don't stop and be discouraged by anything. I think that so many times you get in your own way by if you're 13 and a girl's being mean to you about your singing voice, or if you're doing theater and you don't get a role, like I think you can just get so discouraged so easily. And now where I am, I would want to tell myself just not to be discouraged at all, because I know that things will probably work out.
Thank you.
We don't gotta kiss him.
Prevention First mission is to promote healthy behaviors by sparking and sustaining community change, which is now more important than ever. And to elaborate a bit more on this today is Nicole Schisler. Now, Nicole, welcome. Right off the bat, tell us what Prevention First is and what the message is that you're trying to share today.
Sure. Well, thank you for having us. Prevention First is a comprehensive effort to reduce substance use. So our goal is for prevention to promote the health and safety of individuals and communities. So one of the messages of today that that we want the audience to understand is just the frequency of use for alcohol, but not only that is what influences young people to use alcohol. Because an alarming fact that never changes is the average age of first use is 13 years old. So it's that pivotal year, coming a teenager, going into middle school, and we know that they're using on the weekends. And one thing that we consistently keep an eye on is that a young person who has addiction in their family, in their genetics, is 4 times more likely to become addicted to a substance. So with all those things in mind, what can we do in the community? And that's what our work is to really understand what can we promote to prevent alcohol use and other substances, but in this case, the focus being alcohol.
So what suggestions do you have for parents then?
Some of the suggestions that we have for parents are to reduce the access in the home. So do not make it available if you have alcohol in the home, because it is a legal substance. It's responsible behavior for anyone of the age of 21 to have alcohol, to drink alcohol. We just encourage people to do that in a responsible manner, which can be equated to not binge drinking. So binge drinking is defined as 4 more drinks in an hour. So modeling that responsible behavior, only keeping alcohol in the home maybe on weekends or for special occasions. But it's that idea of the less you have and the less available it is, the less likely they are to be able to have access to it. Second thing is setting clear rules and boundaries. So making it known that in our home, under the age of 21, alcohol use is not acceptable. That is a very clear rule. That is a very clear expectation. When or if we find out that you are, partaking in alcohol under the age of 21, these are your consequences, and then following through on that.
Yeah, and to resonate with them. And most importantly, how can people get involved with the local prevention efforts?
So our website is www.preventionfirst.org. There they can find perhaps a local group in their area that is focused on substance use. We have a parent's guide that references a lot of the things that I've been talking about today. You can purchase those for $1. And then we've really worked hard over the past couple years to increase our presence on social media. So we would encourage people to follow us on social media. Facebook is our #1 way to communicate. We're also on Twitter. We're going to be adding to our Instagram. We're on LinkedIn and YouTube.
All right. Well, Nicole, thank you so much for taking the time today.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Well, coming up here on Cincy Lifestyle, there's a national program that helps get books into the hands of children. And we'll talk about the Wish for US book program and tell you why a major chocolate bar company is getting involved. Plus, be sure to check us out on Facebook. That's where we post all our guest segments and community stories. They're right there so you can watch them and share them with your friends. So like and follow us right now at facebook.com/Cincy Lifestyle. We'll be right back.
The pandemic is providing numerous challenges for teachers and parents who are doing their best to help children continue to learn, especially for at-risk youth in underserved communities. Well, now a special program called Wishes for Books is here to help. The nonprofit social enterprise First Book is launching the program, and this morning here to talk with us more about it is Keisha Dembo of First Book. Thank you so much for talking with us this morning, Keisha. Can you tell us just a little bit about Wishes for Books?
Thanks for having me, Clyde. Wishes for Books is a wonderful program that has been created through a collaboration between American Heritage Chocolate, which is a Mars Wrigley brand committed to education, made by us, which is a coalition of historic and civic organizations, and First Book, the nonprofit social enterprise that believes that education is the best path out of poverty. So based on our shared commitment to education, we have created this opportunity for 1,000 Title I teachers who serve kids in need to get 20,000 books.
So can you help us understand how it all works?
Yeah, absolutely. In order to enter, Title I teachers can go to mywishforus.com and go to the About page on that site. And on that site, they're able to enter their classroom's wish for the future of America. Once they do that, they enter into the giveaway, and that's open all the way through September 21st. Then later this fall, we will select randomly 1,000 teachers, and we will then provide them with 20,000 books from our collection on the First Book Marketplace.
Well, as you were speaking, we showed some video of books and chocolate, and there's a connection there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. It's a really interesting connection. Chocolate's been around for 3,500 years, and the American Heritage Chocolate was founded in order to tell history through the lens of chocolate. So, everyone loves chocolate. I certainly do. And the ability to do that in a way that really expands the learning about our history as a country is very important to American Heritage Chocolate. So together, we are able to provide access and increase access to these critical education resources to kids in need.
And so what goals have you laid out for this?
So our goals then are to provide kids with books that will provide windows into new experiences and mirrors that allow them to self-reflect and validate their experiences and really expand the world to them so that they can see that they have the power to influence not only their future, but the future of America.
All right, this is fascinating, Keisha. How can people get more information about this?
Yep, Title I teachers, go to mywishforus.com to on the About page to enter. AmericanHeritageChocolate.com is American Heritage Chocolate's website, and visit firstbook.org to learn more about how we support educators serving kids in need.
Well, Keisha, we certainly thank you for making time to talk with us this morning. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back. Nice and bright out there today. Doesn't the Kroger Tower look kind of like a book standing up? I don't know. Anyway, nice and bright out there today. Maybe a few clouds a little bit later in the afternoon. Temperatures still kind of warm today, so keep that in mind as you head out, Mona.
That's right. Well, coming up tomorrow on Cincy Lifestyle, Clyde, it's time to rev those engines because we're stopping by a classic Porsche restoration garage. That's right. The good people at H&H Motor Cars were kind enough to show us how they take classic cars and bring them to life.
All right, and then, Mona, we're going to get some fresh air for a good cause. The Ride for Dragonfly Bike Day is coming up this weekend. We're going to tell you all about this year's festivities. The best news is it is family friendly, Mona.
All right. Well, Clyde, thank you. And thank you for watching. And we'll see you tomorrow. Make it a great day.
Hey, thank you so much for watching our video. Now, if you liked what you saw, hit the subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, be sure to make it a great day.